And welcome to our Sunday soiree in the Sussex countryside. What a beautiful day it is. Lewis Hamilton, Sir Sterling Moss, Lord March, are you ready for some motorsport fun, boys?
I am.
We are.
Yeah, we certainly are.
That's the idea.
Excellent. Thank you for the invitation, by the way. It's very nice for you to welcome us back again. Tens of thousands of motorsport fans are here as well. Everyone's enjoying themselves. We feel the need for the Festival of Speed. Without doubt, one of the highlights of the British motorsport season is the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Johnny Herbert alongside me as we wander through the F1 paddock. You never know who you might bump into. You never know what you might see here as well. The fans have flocked in from miles around. Good afternoon, everybody.
Brilliant.
Some of them have even come to see you, my friend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's only a couple of those, unfortunately.
But it's great to have you alongside me, mate. It's great to be here as well. OK, Natalie Pinkham, I'll take your Lewis Hamilton and I'll give you not one, but two Ferrari World Champions. John Surtees, Kimi Räikkönen, welcome along to Goodwood. We're all on our best behaviour, and there's a reason for that. It's because Lord March is walking around as well and keeping an eye on the place. This is the man behind the Festival of Speed. Good afternoon, welcome.
Hi, nice to see you.
And nice to see you again. What a wonderful event once more, the 22nd Festival of Speed. Johnny Herbert, I brought you to the other side of the track, the side that the drivers never, ever experience. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this, Crofty. This is Goodwood. Glorious Goodwood.
Now that is no ordinary school playground. Come to think of it, these are no ordinary teachers' cars either. And this is no ordinary school. It's the Silverstone UTC, the breeding ground for future Formula One engineers. And today, with their patron Adrian Newey attending, is their grand opening. Let's take a look inside. So, this is what it's like to drive a Formula One car. Oh my God. I cannot begin to express the feelings that you get when you go and you just put your foot down for the first time and your stomach goes and you get the 7th gear in seconds and you miss an apex because you didn't even know it was there, quite frankly. But it's just amazing.
Go on, you've got to get out now.
I don't want to ever get out, boys. Well, I think people are going to want to know. They're going to want to know what Formula One is in 2014, and I think first and foremost, let's pay tribute to the drivers out there who I thought the top three, sterling job today. I think even going down that, guys like Danny Kvyat coming home with the points in his first race, Valtteri Bottas, and the way he was storming through the field. We saw drivers making a real difference, but we also saw that reliability and mechanical issues are having a huge impact on Formula One. So I want your thoughts on the race, on the drivers, on Formula One as it is now. Hashtag Ask Crofty. There's no doubting on the world stage, the Laureus Sports Awards are something that every athlete, every sports star wants to put in their trophy cabinet. 15 years they've been going. Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton have been beneficiaries in the past. But tonight, it could all be about Red Bull in the world of Formula One. Up for the Sports Team of the Year and, in Sebastian Vettel's case, Sportsman of the Year. Is there enough room for 2 more trophies at their Milton Keynes base?
He's 26 years old, you know, I mean, that alone is an achievement to be behind the wheel of a Formula One racing car, but to be world champion that many times over is just extraordinary.
I can barely hear you above the noise. They're clapping, not just for last week's race, but our 2 special guests tonight as well. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Herbert and Karun Chandler. Smiles aplenty for Phil Taylor, and he's still here on the oche grinning away. What a match.
That was a cracker. Simon was brilliant there.
Well, it's fair to say, Ted, that the only people with a greater access all areas pass than yourself this weekend are right in front of us here from the Starlight Children's Foundation. Boys, how are we?
Great.
Fantastic.
But whose car did you go in? I want to know more about this.
Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes.
Wow, Elliot, how cool is that?
Yeah, it was really amazing. And Hamilton even personally showed us all the buttons.
There's a lot to take in, though.
Yeah, definitely.
But Nats, there is one thing missing on this
Yes,
table.
what's that?
We want the best Monaco weekend. Sweets,
Yes.
boys. Sweets. Dig in.
Get stuck in.
Come on. Hey, the party started over here, but we'll put the champagne on ice because Sandbird's won at Monaco twice. Come on, how are you doing?
I feel absolutely fantastic, Crofty.
Let's go to Crofty, our man in the sand.
Sand absolutely everywhere. This is going to be the ultimate challenge, I think, for our 4 king drivers today. We have jumps, we have blind apexes, we have corners that come literally out of nowhere. They're going to feel the heat, Simon Lazenby. Me and you, cooler than a fridge full of Eskimos.
Too right, magnificent stuff. Disappointing.
This is ridiculous.
Disappointing.
You were told to bring the car straight back to the pits. You carried on, didn't apply your brakes. I'm sorry, Lewis.
So how am I not on pole?
You get a 10-second penalty for benefiting from the bollard being kicked away.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because your line was far too wide.
How do I get a penalty for that?
Because I'm in charge. Let's just see if we can't have a quick chat to Nicky Lauda as we're live on air. Nicky, have you got 1-2 questions for Sky Sports F1 for us?
Yes.
It's not. Well, we were talking about Red Bull, and I wouldn't imagine you at Mercedes want to swap places with them at the moment, do you?
Well, I'm happy at Mercedes, to be honest.
You've been around this game for a long, long time. At what stage do you expect Red Bull and Renault to catch up? When we get to Melbourne, or will it take a few races?
No, when you only get to Melbourne, they will be there. I'm afraid.
You're afraid? Yeah. Don't be afraid. You've had a good day.
I prefer I will be the only one there, but I think everybody else will catch up.
Nicky Lauda, afraid. That could be an exclusive tonight. Thanks ever so much, Nicky. Well, hello. Welcome. It's Ask Crofty. Day 2 of the first Bahrain test, the second pre-season test ahead of 2014. And we ventured out of the media centre, like all good journalists should do, to listen to this. Now that, Pete the cameraman, is perfect timing. We couldn't have chosen it any better. Is it me, or did it look an awful lot warmer when Sebastian Vettel was talking as to how it does now?
I don't know if it looks it feels a lot colder.
Come and have a hug, Pete. She's freezing,
Whoa.
bless her little heart.
Sebastian, for not packing appropriately.
No, I think jeans and a jumper would have been appropriate for the weather tonight, but that's not very Monaco, is it now? Pinks, there is a glass of champagne right over there with our name on it. It's party night in Monaco. It's Thursday. Have you brought your dancing shoes?
As long as I'm not dancing with you, because it's a bit like going to a party with your uncle.
I'm going to throw some shapes, some of which you've never seen before. Don't miss Jolyon Palmer on pole for GP2 tomorrow in the feature race. We'll be back with the F1 show a little bit later on. Have a great night. Goodbye from Monaco.
Bye.
Welcome along. It's Nats and I on the grid at Silverstone with some very special guests and some very special friends. And at this time of the year, you can't have strawberries without cream, you can't have fish without chips, you can't have massa without Smedley, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Smedley's here too.